sat in back with Shane.
Eating my chips.
Eating his evening trial chips. Clutch has gone up van. We've got Tiddy in front who's bought a burger and chips and don't like chips. Crazy to the rescue. Jesus Christ. Not the best start. So firstly, I need to apologise because I was supposed to do a vlog at last evening trial we went to, and my son had changed my GoPro settings and my camera, and it came out horrendous. So none of it were usable. So hopefully got that sorted today. Barnsley evening trial, Hooton Lodge, 5 minutes away from my house, which is a good thing. You'll have just seen in the Crazy Mobile as eating, well not actually me for once, Shane eating his pre-match, not pre-match, pre-trial food of chips and burger. Tiddy at burger, he was co-pilot on way here. So yeah, absolute nightmare to get here, but thanks to Crazy for actually getting me here because I wouldn't have been coming if not. The trusty Vertigo. Now, I have changed the clutch on this. There's like a, I don't even know what they're called, I think it's like a compression plate. And you can alter it so that you get different biting points. So when I first got it, I presume the standard is number 1, which is the least severe, or the least snappy. And then you turn it round, you undo these little star key things, and you turn it round anyway. And I put it on number 3, so I've got it on snappiest now. So hope could happen tonight. I haven't really been riding much, but yeah, that's probably my only excuse. You'll have also noticed that I haven't done one of these for ages. I've got just been super busy running a team within the British Superbike Championship. So yeah, in Talent Cup. So I may have actually seen a few of you there. A couple of people actually at Hooton Park came up to me and said that they'd seen the Tales were Clubman, so that was quite funny. I had a good chat with them guys. I can't remember the names, I'm sure I'll see them again. So yeah, massive thanks to them guys. Let's get it a go. We're going to have a look at some sections, we're going to speak to some boys. Let's crack on. So for people that have not been to Hooton before, they've actually changed quite a lot of it. As you can see behind, there's like an arena section. Here we are, Shane's been practicing for the last 20 minutes before it started. Shane, talk us through the new arena section they've got here. Well, it's not new, is it? But it's altered.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll have a look. I rode it last week, but it was different to this.
He's making out he's not rid. This is a common thing with trials riders. They make out they've not seen sections, they've not ridden. We've just seen Leon. Leon's
about half an hour.
He's been out here half an hour practicing. You can see all the tyre marks on it.
Never made.
So that's him cheating.
That's cheaters. No need, is there?
But anyway, but yeah. So Shane were around here riding like a 2-day trial they did at Barnsley the other week. And yeah, this new arena section does look pretty good. They've got kind of everything from little logs for like little kids and lesser abilities, all the way up to some bigger stuff, which I'm sure Shane will show us how to ride. Gone 4-stroke, well, gone 4-stroke as well. Shane, tell us why from a clubman's point of view.
I like 4-stroke. It's mainly because I've got carpool tunnel.
Carpool tunnel, I've heard it all now.
I like it.
Shane's one of these, like a lot of club riders, that has a different bike every week. He's had TRS, he'll have to correct me because I'll have forgot some. Yeah, TRS, how many beaters?
2.
2 beaters. Scorpa.
That's it.
What about your dad's stuff you've had? That included?
Yeah.
So yeah, but to be on a serious note, I think it does. With clubman riders, I think sometimes people do look into it too much, and a bike's a bike at the end of the day. And like Shane just said, like the 4-stroke feels nice for him now, but once you get used to riding something, they're all similar, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
People definitely do look into bikes, I think, too much. CCs, you know, you can't ride a 300 if you're a clubman, it's got to be a 200 or a 250 or whatever. I disagree with that. I think you just ride a bike to its own ability. You see so many people riding 300s who are just beginners, just because they managed to pick one up cheap. So if you see a cheap bike, don't be put off. I'd say if it is a bigger CC, the rev ranges that a clubman rides them in are low revs anyway. So it's not as if you're going to feel the massive amount of power at the top end. That's my own opinion. People will have different opinions. Shane's opinion is?
I agree. I think some 300s are smoother than 250s. So like I say, same as Nave says, if you see a bike and it's at right money, don't worry about the CCs or what other people are saying, just get it and see how you get on with it.
walker section, so we're right at middle route, green route, so we'll pick up green flags wherever there's a deviation. Right, so this is probably where you'll see me rolling back down it, in all honesty. Yeah, I mean it's a decent size step. Stand outside of it, Shane, just so people can see, just to get an idea. So this is
3 foot.
Shane is only 3'8", but on a comparison, that's where the Clubman and the hard routes go in. The easy route is this there, Shane? Is that right? Yeah. So they'll go through here, and then up this little these little steps, these little wooden logs here. So to give you an idea of you know, where, I think that's where they're going anyway. Oh no, actually no, I think they're coming down there. That's a lie. I'll quickly go over here. So they'll go over this little rock here, which is, it's probably got a couple of foot drop off other side, and then they'll go right back through them red and blue flags here, which I hope you can see, and then they'll come back down here. So another comparison for you here on a Clubman route to an hard route and an easy route. You'll see hard route is going up there onto the top at skip. Green route, we'll come through this bit, and we probably, yeah, I think straight over, no idea what's the other side, which I'll show you in a minute. Yellers, the easy route, just comes up and over there, so you're just going straight between skips.
Yeah, so we're down there, round up here.
Oh, that's not so bad, that drop off. So I would say this is a relatively tricky section. It's also quite long as well, which doesn't help new starters to trials, because I think people get put off by the fact that they don't know where they're going, and it worries them sometimes. But there is always other people to help. And you know what, if you're in the middle of a section and you're not sure where you're going, just stop and put your foot down, and somebody will point it in right direction, or wrong direction. Oh, sorry, they'll point it in right direction. Don't just give up on it and thinking, oh, I've got the wrong way and I'm going to be embarrassed, so I'll just ride out. And you see that so many times. Just stick with it. But nobody cares what you're doing. Just stick with it, put your foot down, and say to somebody, which way am I supposed to go? And then, you know, carry on. Don't just throw the towel in, because suddenly then you'll get to end at trial, and what should have been a 1 or a 2, you've ended up 5ing because you just rid out section for no reason a lot of time as well. So stick with it. That's when I always have a go at Paul about that. We'll get Paul on later. Paul has a dab, then he just pulls it out of section. I'm always shouting at him, telling him to carry on, but he sometimes doesn't. I think he gets mad with me sometimes, but I'm not bothered. So yeah, let's have a look at some more sections. Section 2. I think there's 8 sections tonight, so just to quickly go through the format of an evening trial. They do all differ, but they do tend to be a lot more relaxed. You come after work, you know, grab a quick bite to eat, or bring it with you, bring a drink. Yeah, you just come and enjoy it really. There's no stress at evening trials, you know, to be any good at all or whatever. You just come, do your best, and jobs are good done. Barnsley have got 3 routes. No, yeah, 3 routes set out. No, 4 routes. They've got 4 routes set out. What? They've got 4 routes set out. Oh yeah. Yeah. So there's four routes. Whites, which is beginner. Yellows, easy. Greens, Clubman, and red and blues, hard. So you'll tend to find most people either ride in the evening trial, yellows or greens. You tend to find some people come along and ride the white routes. I will show you a white route, because I think that's important for people that have never done a trial before. You'll see start gates similar to that. So a white route, so this is your beginner route. You'll come through, you'll ride up here, you'll ride up to the top, I'll run up the little hill. So there's literally no obstacles in this as of yet. Up to the top, round this tree here, you'll come round the tree, back down there, back through here, whites, so white, back down, back through the whites there where my bike is, ride around the bottom. So again, there's nothing you got to go over. And then at the far end, whites, uphill, section ends. So as long as you've got general clutch control of a bike, not even to the extent where you need to slow down really and stop, as long as you know how to use a clutch. On the white sections at Barnsley, on an evening trial, and the club trials to be fair, the easy sections are easier than what people think. People get put off because it's a competition, because it's a trial or whatever, but it's not. They're so accessible to people and they're easier than you think. If you've got a trials bike and you ride it every week, you can ride a trial 100%. 100%. Not even if you're competent at riding it every week. If you just got a trials bike and you ride it every month and it's your second discipline in bike, whatever, go and ride a trial and ride the easy route, and trust me, the beginner's route you will find easy and enjoyable, and I can guarantee it won't be long before you move up a class onto the next one. So yeah, don't be put off just because it's a competition. Come and ride. Everyone's friendly. Shane's over there practicing again, cheating bleeder. So yeah, the general rules of trial, you're not supposed to obviously ride sections before the trial starts. People do it, I know for a fact they do. When people are setting them out, you've naturally got to ride the sections to see how they ride, and you never ever moan about the people setting sections out at the clubs because they put time in. You know, when we've been at work all day, they've been down here, you know, booking days off doing setting sections out. So yeah, fair play to them guys. It allows us to come and ride about on his bikes like big kids on an evening. So, right, we'll crack on. We'll try and speak to a few at lads. I'll try and get a few at lads riding as well, so you're not just listening to me talk all episode. So yeah, we're all ready to go. Let's crack on. Come on, Trials God, dropping some marks here. First absolute cock up that day. Typical Nathan Smith riding. Look at a section, focus on hard bits, not tricky bits. Ignore easy bits when you're walking it. Make an absolute bollocks at easy bits. Stupid little log to go over before you go up an hill there. Went over it. Give it a bit of a handful. No grip. 5. After I just watched Leon do it, and he didn't say, but he dabbed her one, so. Ted's going to the next village. Nice wide swooping lines. Richard eagle-eyed at the top. Far too good for that section, Ted. We've just found section 3, and this is a proper sat naver. It starts all the way down there where bikes are, up these rocks, and it works its way over there. Let's go have a word with Richard. Everyone's favourite observer, Richard. Richard, I know you want to be on camera again.
Oh, hello.
So Richard's observed for a hell of a lot of years, and he'll have seen the most obvious, I'd say, mistakes from what a clubman or a beginner rider, what they do, the common mistakes. So when you're observing sections, Richard, what are the most common mistakes that you see done day in or week in, week out for a beginner or novice rider? I always think too fast. Like, yeah. Everyone rides too fast, don't they?
Yeah. I know when I started riding, I was like that. I started going far too fast, and an old fella said to me, slow down. And as soon as you slow down, it's easy.
And you know what, sometimes you don't realise how slow you actually have to ride.
No.
I've rid sections before and people said slow down, then you're honestly better off getting somebody to film you and then watch it back against a good rider, because you'll see just how slow the ride, don't they?
Yes, that's right, yeah. Speed where there's a hill or a step, you know, you're approaching a step.
So yeah, Richard's observing every week. He loves it. He loves it. Every single week you come out, Richard will be there. Yorkshire area.
It's the only thing I do though throughout the week.
He says it's the only thing he does now. Yeah. Richard used to ride. You ride a bike up until quite recently, wasn't it? Or you still got a bike?
No, not a trials bike.
You've got a road bike.
Yeah,
so Richard's keeping two-wheeling going. Hey, that's a good one. What about length of sections? Would you class this section as too long from an observer point of view, or
probably for the rider rather than the observer, because I'm just sat there watching you, aren't I?
Because the thing as well, I don't know if this is true or not, but you find a lot of sections that, well, I find that a lot of sections that are too long, you end up with massive queues, don't you?
Yes, that's right.
Like, you end up with massive queues because the section is that long. Nobody can obviously start until the guy's out at the other end. So people like Richard who give the time up to come and observe, you can't just have 5 or 6 people clattering through a section. People have seen like Scott Trial and Scottish, where you have numerous people through a section and you've got numerous observers marking that section. But when you're on a section like this, I mean, this must be how long? Second, like, as in physically seconds wise, this must be a minute. I bet it's a minute section.
Yes.
Won't be far off, will it?
And they told me at the start that they were going to be shorter sections tonight, instead of it finishing in the dark.
So I think they forgot that one here, because it's more like M1 this than OL. So yeah. First lap done. Can't tell you I've had a ride it. Wouldn't believe it. We 3 laps. First lap done. I reckon I'm on. Well, I've had 2 5s, which is great. I reckon I'm on at least 13, 14 after 1 lap. Leon's riding well. Leon's probably on 4 maybe, 4 or 5. So yeah, we'll keep going. Tricky. It is tricky. It's not dangerous. It's just tricky, if that makes sense. Sometimes you ride at trials and they're tricky and dangerous. This is just tricky. It's rained a little bit overnight and this morning. It's just made everything a little bit greasy, not wet, not dry, just in between. So always difficult to ride in these conditions. I always find it hard. I'd rather that we pissing it down, to be honest, or bone dry. So great. Back to section start at lap again now. So back to the start at lap. Leon's dusting me. I'm putting it down to that he rides 9 times a week. Good, Leon.
Bike problems, I reckon this.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Bike won't start 2 sections ago, so we end up having to bump it. And even with me on it, it won't bump. But it's back going again now. I dared stop it for some reason. The old vertigo won't playing ball. Leon's TRS sounding sweet, riding it nice. I reckon I used to be about as good as Leon. Now I'm shy compared to him, which is annoying. So every time he rides a section like this one here, I wish him good luck at start, and then I hope he puts like as many feet down as possible, if not stalls it. So we'll just watch him here. I think pressure's going to get to him. I don't think you'll see him. I think he'll go out of sight in a minute. Good rider is Leon now. Just steady away, like no stupid mistakes, not like me. Anyway, he's gone out of sight. Leon's come on loads over the last, what, 2 months, 3 months, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 or 4 months.
We're going to ask him what his secrets are. Right, Leon, what's the secrets from being an average clubman to a good one? We want all your secrets now.
Just getting out on bike more, spending more time on bike, just a bit like that.
I think it makes a difference, I was saying with Rich earlier, just slowing everything down a bit.
Yeah, started first gear a lot more, so it's a lot easier now. Just getting that balancing, coming over a bit better. So learning every time we're out of it.
You can tell as well with Leon, he's riding different venues and stuff, which helps, you know, just rather than riding the same place all the time. So yeah, riding lovely. It's gonna beat me again today. Starting to dislike it, in all honesty. How's it going, boys?
Not bad, mate, you?
Shit.
Enjoyed it, same here, mate, not doing much better. He's overheated, fans not kicking in.
So, early retirement.
Early retirement, pot beater.
Yeah. Shane's was exactly the same last week, fan just kicked out, but luckily we just a plug underneath the seat that had come undone. Put it back together and tied it, because the clip had broken and it were alright. I'm hoping it's just a plug, if not, more than likely a bit of fun on one of them, ain't it?
Expensive to me, that.
Yeah, it does.
I'm trying to find Shane.
He's got plenty of money, he'll be alright.
He's here, Shane, he's hiding from camera. I'll go and speak to him.
Alright, bud.
How's he getting on?
He's alright. He's alright.
He's here, Shane. I've heard he's riding like an absolute demon.
Shit. No, not too bad. Missed the first section, as you do, and then not too bad. Got 3 on first turn, and then I've got a couple of runs here and there, so not too bad.
Well, you'll be glad to know I've got 2.5 so far.
Oh, happy days.
And some dabs as well. Leon's showing its way. Pissing me off.
Well, he's with him 10 times already, hasn't he? So
see, it's not just me that says it. He's ridden 10 times this week and he's ridden the section 4 times today. That's 4-stroke going.
Alright. Good rider.
Your dad's overheated, hasn't he?
Yeah. It has.
4-stroke. Watch back mudguard, Shane.
Watch back mudguard.
Mudguard, Shane.
Yeah, it fucking bangs down here. We just get up in a whiskey throttle and bite his way and crap me
You got
in
it?
chain. Fucking whack me straight in chain. Right there, Shane. Now come up there and drag it up from you.
Casualty on camera. Repeat, casualty on camera.
Nice. Jesus. Yeah, well, that's control the top from all these rocks. Went to come down and it just chuffing whiskey bottle and went on me. So that there's your shade. Yeah.
Rev Shed, factory rider. Managed to avoid log this time. Here's your evaluation at trial then, Shane.
Been good, mate. Some good little sections. Some a bit tricky, not too bad. I think it's just mainly trickiness, not hard, just
Yeah, that's it. Same.
Trying to get round it.
It wasn't dangerous, was it? It was just
not
tricky.
dangerous, no, it's just
Plenty
you
to
can get
lose
little
on.
dabs here and there just for silly little mistakes, but
Yeah.
it's been good.
They've put a bit of work in, haven't they, down here?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, put this new rock section in. There's another one over there, so like I said, that Avena section's new, so keeps improving, which is good. Something new to ride all the time.
This
So, yeah.
this section here, what they've put in, I bet it must be how long, Shane? 40, 50 yards?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's all rocks. It's like a North Yorkshire. Anyone that's ridden a North Yorkshire trial, like Richmond area, streams, rocky. Obviously there's no water flowing down this, but proper rocky. Leon still thinks it's trial because he's getting mad when he drops marks. Important bit of any trial, bit of tea.
Yorkshire tea.
Paul's had about 19 of these today. He loves his tea. How you get on, Paul?
It's doing alright. I think I've dropped 3 marks.
Good riding that. He's in a streaker. Since he's become a newly, well, soon to be granddad, he's become a different man on trials bike.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to me. I'm getting more time on bike now. She leaves me alone.
And what's crazy? One? You dropped one,
Crazy's one. That's right. Right. And that was just last minute there.
I'm just putting this out there, but I think Crazy's been riding these all day.
Crazy! Time did you get here this morning?
9 o'clock.
I mean, I'm not saying no more, like.
Speaks for itself, doesn't it?
He's pretending he's on phone here, Crazy. He's not on phone because, oh yeah, he's off it now. Crazy, come and talk us through your one.
I've rid better today than I think I've ever rid.
Well, it's a beta.
Well,
you're on a beta.
And I'm on a beta as well. Let me tell you.
TRS.
Crazy only rides TRS, but he's knackered gearbox.
So I had to buy a beta against all my beliefs and my betas.
Best you've rode.
And to be fair, that's the best I've ever rode. Mega control. Power's a bit lacking. There's no gear that really needs power. So, yeah. And I dropped the most stupidest. You know when trousers start twitching because you think I'm going around clean? That's what I were at.
That's what you did to me other way.
And then
you told me I was going around clean, and the next minute I fucking.
Yeah. Just a stupid one going through some end gates, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Super Crazy. You won over there and all at Barnsley, did you? Did you not arena trial?
I won arena trial.
Yeah, he won that.
This one,
he won a pork pie.
Nemesis.
Ted Spooner, Nemesis.
Ted Spooner will be on over 40s with me, won't he?
Yeah, so.
You'll be novice, so you'll have won that, won't you?
Paul's on Grandad route.
On Grandad route. With nappy on, shitting myself.
We've got Shane here. He's just had to go up beta. What do we think, Shane?
He's getting one now.
No, he said. Yeah, you know what I was saying earlier. This is Shane's 9th bike this week.
And now you're done on it, Shane. Your dad's selling his now.
Yeah.
Thermostat's gone. He's selling it. He says.
That's the idea.
John's having yours.
When you have a problem with your bike, you're not supposed to just buy another one. You're supposed to fix it. These just sell them. So. Yeah, good.
How's Vertigo Road, Nath?
What we do is we
won't start.
We fix it, then sell it, and then get another one, and that needs fixing. So we fix that.
We buy trouble.
So end at trial. It's been a good trial. 8 sections, 3 laps. How long does it take to set out? Who's setting out?
We start,
I'm asking Crazy because he set it out.
Yeah, I'm down for 9. We probably got onto sections at 10 o'clock, sir.
The road section from 10 o'clock onwards.
No, Paul.
It were only 8 sections, 3 laps today. We've been an evening trial, so it probably took 6 hours all in all to set them out properly. And there's quite a few people setting up, so everybody's got their opinions. There's quite a few fallouts.
Don't talk about opinions.
Yeah, talk us through, just quickly to end on. Talk us through the politics of setting moving trials flags out and moving flags, Crazy. This is the second time you've done setting them out?
Down here, yeah.
Yeah. Talk us through the politics of
what you find, like I said, we had 4 or 5 of us setting them out, pretty much one from each colour section, so your white, your yellows, your greens and your blue and reds. And then obviously if you end up with 2 people, which we did have from riding same sections, one that likes rocks, one that don't, one that likes turns, one that don't. So every time he put a set of flags in, the other one bloody moved them. So as you can imagine, there were quite a few kicks and screams, and some in particular got their own way in end light. But
anyone you want to mention?
No, it's totally anonymous. I can't. They'll hang me.
Come on, Chris, you not want to?
Listen, I would never ever mention Ted Spooner at any point. No, like I said,
that's often coming out.
Yeah.
You know,
it is a hell of a long day, and then you get it all set up and start checking people in, and then before you know about it, you're out riding it, and it's another few hours gone in. You normally sleep once you've done it, put it that way.
Yeah, like I said earlier before the trial started, you should never, you do moan about sections. Me and Paul have many a time we've drove home from a trial and moaned about sections, but you shouldn't moan about them because people generally do. Yeah, they give their time up, they're booking days off work and telling the bosses they're sick and stuff and just cracking on, and then we just come and ride them. So you should never moan. Never moan at people setting out and never moan at observers. And I think there should be a rule. If you moan at an observer, they should be able to punch you. Yeah, barred, punch you, kick it, yeah.
Gear 3-5.
I'll just give you 3 5s, which I've done for my son today a few times. So, yeah, sound job. See you next time.
See you later, guys.
Important part of any trial. Get a drink after. All day, look.
Don't let Mrs. see me this.
With boots on.
What's Chris, you want some of that?
You know I'm a type of shop.